This is the SPCE 1 month overview reading for the month of June 2023. It's currently April 16th, 2023, 10:48 p.m. Eastern Time. SPCE at the time of this reading in the extended hours is $3.33 USD. Big opportunity if you ask me. And the June SPC shuffle file that we're about to play was created on April 13th, 2023 at 12:57 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this file right here. So the overall theme and behavior for June, we have a rally, a significant rally on like a year-to-date kind of scale, offering opportunity to open up short position. It's crossed with the period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher. Behavior around the highest high, when we're looking to determine in real time if we've reached the highest high, we're looking for obviously a highest price level thus far, but also we're looking for chart behavior where we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance. That's on a year-to-date kind of scale, more than a 1 month kind of scale. Well, maybe a 1 month kind of scale, but resistance, and then we decline through key support after that failed attempt to break through key resistance, and it looks like that's kind of taking place. The story's playing out through the cards pretty well. Behavior around the lowest low, we'll have a fast sudden move higher out of the lowest low. Before we go any further, let's take a look and see how we're doing with the 1 year thus far. So we have this Ace of Wands and this Princess of Wands, which we felt pretty strongly would be the same price level. And you can see how just here in early February, we have this crest, right? And then in late February, we meet this that same crest again, and we have this rally that offers opportunity to open up short position. So you've got this double top here. And then we have a sideways fluctuating decline preceding a rally. Price, I think this is sideways fluctuating decline turns into price swings, and that's what we see here, the Dominion card in late March price swings. There's a prominent high and a prominent low in March, and you can see kind of like on the edge of both. We have a prominent high just outside of March and a prominent low just outside of March. And again, guys, if this is your first time looking at one of our 1 year readings, you have to keep in mind each of these cards is not going to line up perfectly. The energies are not going to line up perfectly with 2 weeks. Every single time, so you have to give it about 2 weeks wiggle room, maybe a little more at times, but this lines up pretty well. We got a prominent high and then a prominent low, and then we go from one basically to the other with not much volatility in between, which is what we see going on here with the high and the low in close proximity to each other. So out of the low, big move higher. And then we have this decline here in early April. As expected, there should be a bottom relatively soon if we haven't hit it already, followed by a notable move to the upside. This may very well been, looking at it now, this may very well be like a lowest low for SPCE. This could very well be a lowest low for SPCE here in April. But then we get pretty bullish. There's probably one more sharp drop, and then it gets pretty bullish. But this is looking pretty solid. There you go, the shuffle file completed. This 1 year's looking pretty solid thus far. So out of May. Interesting. So we've got the Princess of Cups here, and a prominent trough at the end of the month of May, and then you can see we have very likely a lowest low here on the 1st, 2nd. The highest probability of a lowest low is here on the 20th, 21st, but I think we probably see one here on the 1st, 2nd, probably on the 1st, but like the 1st, 2nd as well. And I think what happens is we rally into, I wouldn't say it's a straight rally, but there's a peak somewhere around the 8th. I think probably on the 8th, It may be a highest high, as well as if it's a highest high, we likely see that same price level again on the 12th, 13th. And then strong probability of us revisiting the highs in the last week. Maybe it could be here on the 26th, and possibly even later, in like the last day of the month, might even be like a highest high. But what really excites me is that the following month is the star card. So we've got an unexpected and improbable move to the upside there for July. Pretty bullish indication there for July. On the 1st, we have opportunity, which I'll talk about in more detail in the paid version. Guys, if you're interested in the paid version, it's a really great way to support the channel. The way that you get the paid version, you go to our website, tarotfortraders.com. Click on our services. A little slow today. Our services. Hello. There we go. Esometa forecasts. And then you go to monthly predictions. Click here to order. We're going to have June up relatively soon, but you go in here and you look for the month that you're interested in, and then you click on the drop down and pick the ticker that you're looking for. It's a really great way to support the channel. Thank you, my friends. And then, as always, remember to follow that rule of karma here on the resources tab. Cashapp, PayPal, 5% back, and then 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities, leaving you with 90%. Make sure you spend that money at 11, and the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold from all directions, my friends. All right, so opportunity on the 1st in the midst of a decline. Prominent move higher, followed by a full retracement at a move on the 2nd, and we probably see a prominent trough on the 2nd as well as the 1st, if not the lowest low there on the 1st. On the 5th, we have a notable reversal. On the 6th, we have a period of sideways bullish, or sideways bumping along resistance, kind of maybe breaking through, bumping along resistance, breaking through, bumping along resistance. And then it looks like from that resistance, there's a lot of price change to the downside on the 7th from an important support level is highlighted on a 1-month scale. And we, out of a low, a day's low at the end of the day, there's a big move to the upside, and we rally on the 8th. A lot of price movement on probably gapping up and rally on the 8th with a crest or peak there. That's very likely where we have a highest high. Either that or it's just a great opportunity, followed by another opportunity. In any case, I think there's a trade opportunity there that you could probably close out of the following day, and we'll talk about that in more detail in the paid version. On the 9th, we have a U-shaped dip that forms near the intersection of two perpendicular diagonal trend lines. And then we probably gap down on the 12th with a rally starting in the morning, taking us to an important resistance level on a 1-month scale. That resistance level is highlighted on the 12th and the 13th, and very likely we have a highest high here on the 12th, 13th as well. Strongest possibility is on the 26th, but I think we probably also have it here on the 8th, 9th, or the 12th, 13th, somewhere around there. That's why I circled the whole area. It's a little difficult to determine exactly where, but the resistance level on the 12th that's highlighted, it looks like it carries over into the 13th, and then after 3 pokes through the same price level, there's a sharp drop to a day's low and a prominent trough for the month there at the end of the day on the 13th. On the 14th, we gap up, slightly decline in the morning, and then there's a big move to the upside as we enter into the end of the day. Big move to the upside, finishing upwards. Crest around the cusp of the 17th or the 14th and 15th. Near overbought crest there on the cusp. I think it's probably in the morning of the 15th. Near overbought crest, and we sell off through multiple support levels there. Trade opportunity on the 14th and 15th as well. And then on the 16th, we have a prominent prominent trough on the 16th, and I think we probably rally out of that along the diagonal trend line. But that rally ends with a fast sudden move higher and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility as we break down. And then the following day, following trading day, I should say, the 20th, an important range is highlighted. An important range is highlighted on a 1 month scale. Looks like it's to the downside. And then out of a decline on the 21st, we have a big move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. Very swiftness kind of energy there, meaning that this is very likely a lowest low here. But then a peak or crest probably early afternoon or towards the end of the day. And then we probably gap down overnight, but not as low as as the lowest low that we see on the 20th, 21st somewhere. 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level on the 22nd. In a bit of a rally, but that rally comes to an end with a notable decline on the 23rd, taking us to another trough towards the end of the day. Over the weekend, there's a significant gap up. We come to a significant gap up there, and we come to an important resistance level. It could very likely be a highest high again. We come to an important resistance level here. And there's a lot of price change here. So we gap up, a lot of price change from the resistance to a trough on the cusp of the 26th, 27th. A period of volatility ends. A period of volatility ends with a fast sudden move higher on the 27th, but that fast sudden move higher takes us to a resistance level that we met many times before and we're unable to break through. And then on the 28th, we decline to and through a support level to meet a secondary support level. That's on the scale of a 1 month chart. And we rotate sideways along support into the 29th, where we have a big move to the upside, pushing the upper end of a range higher, possibly having a gap up the following day on the 30th with an important an important crest or peak, possibly even the highest high here on the 30th, with a decline through multiple support levels off of that highest high. Sneak preview for the following month. Again, guys, very auspicious, the star card. So I would look to be exiting this month, exiting the month of June in a bullish position, but I'll talk much more about that in detail in the paid version, where the best opportunities to do that are and where to protect yourself throughout the month. For everybody else, make sure to follow that rule of karma. Much appreciation to all you doing that, and then stay tuned if you got the paid version, my friends. I'll see you guys on the next one.